Caribbean insight really is dynamite. Caribbean insight really super was spite. Caribbean insight enjoy day or night. Caribbean insight really is dynamite.
You know, cricket is one of the few things that all West Indians agree on or disagree on, as the case may be. But some of the best cricket is played off the field. In rum shop, in people's house, in the garden, you hear the best cricket being played. You hear fellas saying things like, "Bring on the fastest man you got," are declaring war today. "Bring on all them spinners," are treating them same way. Me cap pull down, me collar up, me pads it buckle tight. I playing for West Indies is fight, I come to fight. Here now man. I playing every stroke they got, the drive, the cut, the hook. And even some you wouldn't find in any cricket book. I mean, you could put 10 men to field in slips. That don't bother me. And if I was you, I would put 10 more on every damn boundary. Because when you see I start to hit, it's only 4 and 6. No matter what the ball you bowl, this batsman sharing licks. I make them Indian bowlers cry. Australia, that was fete. And the blows are put on England, they ain't recover yet. Me cap pull down, me collar up, me pads it buckle tight. I playing for West Indies is fight, I come to fight. You know man, I play each ball on merit. I don't lose my cool. I don't throw away my wicket. I ain't nobody fool. Because when you see I cover up, not a bowler getting through. So it's pointless bowling umpire is LBW. I mean, watch me how I use my feet to get behind the ball. It's the simple ones they toss up does make your wicket fall. You know man. Short ball, bouncer, googly is all the same to me. I read them bowlers like a book and play them equally. And when I catch them slacking off, I treat them with disdain. Crack right through the covers. If you put your hand, it's pain. I mean, you must be brave to stop my ball because I gives it all I got. So when you see it coming, boy, hey, you know it coming hot. And when I decide to thief a run, they ain't have nothing fast like me. And if my partner slacking off, is a sure run out for he. Because I takes off down that pitch like a bat straight out of hell. And when you see I run that run, is a run that well run well. Me cap pull down, me collar up, me pads it buckle tight. I playing for West Indies is fight, I come to fight. Here now man, I playing cricket from I small, win ball and 6 aside. With broomstick handle in the street, when police come we hide. We never used to wear no shoes, wearing pads, man that was joke. And my foot still have the marks from where I missed my strokes. And when was cricket on the beach, was coconut branch for bat. And the stumps was some old sweet drink case, but was cricket, I could tell you that. Boys bowl left and girls back right. The umpire was in the sea. And as far as I could recall, that's where cricket started for me. Yes sir, me cap pull down, me collar up, me pads it buckle tight. I train for West Indies. It's fight, I come to fight. You know man, big man that start to tremble when I walk towards that crease. See them rearrange the field like they're trying to catch some thief. But my fans just chant and carry on when you hear me make a stand. And every time I play the ball, if you hear them, that is man. Umpires all respect me and my integrity. I knows the game, I reads the rules. They can't put one on me. And if by chance, some lucky fluke, they get me out some way, I mean, the grace with which I leave a field is like I now come out to play. The umpire word is final, I shouted loud and clear. And I walk to the pavilion, my head up in the air. My cap pulled down, my collar, my pads it buckle tight. I playing for West Indies. It's fight, I come to fight. All you only laughing when you hear me talk. Well, one day I will prove to you that this ain't no skylark. I loves my game of cricket, boy. That is my pride and joy. And in any case, I could say anything I want because I's only the water boy. But when we talk about cricket, we have to talk about that institution called the fete match. You see, because the fete match is a very important ingredient in the development of cricket. You see, because it's in the fete match that you get the character building of the cricketer. You see, because in a fete match, it's not important whether you win the game or whether you lose the game, but how you play the game. How much woman come to watch you, how much rum you drink, how much food you eat, how you walk to the wicket, how you dress up. That is where, you hear them in cricket say, how is that? That is where it comes from, fete match. But nowadays, since West Indies get so professional, all this thing about fete match spoiled. Fellas want to go and make all kind of 100 runs in fete match. I see a man on the beach wearing pads. On the beach, he have on pads. You see, in a fete match, you didn't supposed to make plenty runs. You're not supposed to make more than 25 runs in a fete match. Because while you making runs, fellas drinking rums. So if you see you going anyhow above 25 runs, you're supposed to get out somehow, out yourself. You could always tell the politicians who never play fete match. They never know when it's time to out themselves. So you see, fete match is very important in this thing we call the character building of the West Indian. Well, let me tell you about a fete match I went to. Now, I didn't want to go in the fete match. I went to visit my cousin. He tell me they're organizing a fete match. They want one more man to make the side. They asked me to play. I say, if it's corkball, I'm not playing. Because corkball have no respect for your foot. When a corkball hits you on your foot, it dent for life. They tell me no problem, it's not corkball, they're playing wind ball cricket. I say, all right, that can't hit too hard, I'm that. Then I ask them, where you all playing the match? They say, over the hill. I say, over which hill? They say, wait, you go see. So as we organizing the thing for the fete match, and we decide when to play and so on, a fella called Cassie stand up and say, well, here now fellas, if you all having fete match, you have to have an opening ceremony, you know. You see where trouble is start. We're just organizing a simple little fete match. He want to have opening ceremony. You see where West Indians always getting in trouble. He want balloons and pigeons to fly. So we tell him if he could get the balloons and the pigeons, he could have opening ceremony. He say no problem, he getting sponsor. So we say all right, we having opening ceremony. Well boys, Sunday reach, and it's then I see why they call the place over the hill. The match taking place outside a fella called Guava house. Guava living on a hill. So the cricket pitch gone over the top of the hill. The batsman can't see the bowler. The bowler can't see the batsman. They had to make a special position called shouter. His job was to stand up on top of the hill and watch the bowler and tell him, he ready! Watch the batsman tell him, he coming through! And after that, anything could happen. Well, I don't discriminate, so I say, well, if that's how they play, I'm going to play there too. Then they bring out the gears. You ever see gears fellas make for themselves in the country with cutlass and axe and thing? The back handle was so long, I see a fella picking coconut with one. The stumps were so tall, you couldn't tell if the wicketkeeper standing up or he's stooping down. You can't see him at all. And the pads, well, some smart man make the pads out of styrotex and foam. So you must know when a man get out LBW, the ball sticking right in the foot of the fairway. That was the best way to get out, LBW, because you have no mistake, the ball stick there. You walk wrong, sorry, boys. So I said, all right, if that's how they play the match, I will play. Then they decide we have to toss a coin to see which side batting first. Somebody sent up 25 cents. It go up, it never come back down. Before we reach halfway, somebody thief it. And fella says recession ain't risking no more money up in the air. So let the visiting team bat first. Well, the visiting team was the Big Town Boys. Our name was the Avengers. As we are about to start the match now, big confusion, special guests arise. Special guests arrive. Who you think was the special guest? Tanti Merle. Well, from the time Tanti Merle reached, she take over the whole match. She said, what I've only started the match yet? What's the time I reach? Well, boy, they decide to start the match. As we are about to start, Cassie stand up and say, well, here now, fellas, what about the opening ceremony? We say, oh, God, all right, Cassie, have your opening ceremony. Now, Cassie is a fella with what you would call an unfortunate voice. He start off. He say, ladies and gentlemen, on this great and grandiloquent occasion, it gives me great pleasure to be here. As a matter of fact, it gives me great pleasure to be anywhere. A man in the back say, hey, man, too much talk, man, too much talk. Cassie say, hey, you come up here, come up here. I might not be able to improve your intelligence, but go rearrange your ignorance for you. He say, yes, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, it gives me great pleasure to be here, and it behooves me to declare this pet match now open. Next thing we see one half dead balloons start to go up in the air, and a big falcock fly across. Cassie said he couldn't get pigeons, so he borrowed a falcock. But he didn't tell us was Miss Latouche falcock he take. Next thing, big bacchanal start, Miss Latouche reach for she falcock and confusion start. In the end, Tanti Mole put peace between Cassie and Miss Latouche, and we make Miss Latouche a special guest too. So we had two special guests. And they say, bowlers, bowl your ball and match start. Well, boy, opening pair put on 30 runs for one battler round. Next four fellas put on about 125 for 5 battler round. When the 8 wicket down and the score is about 365 for 10 and a half battler round, they hit a technical difficulty. The man hit the ball in the bush and it loose. So he run 125. You see, in pet match, as long as you didn't get the ball, you could run. So while the whole team looking for the ball, he running. He run 125 runs, and he gets so tired he fall down, and they stump him out. So by this time now, we had to make about 600 runs, 4 bottles of rum left, 2 hours play, and light fading. We can't find the umpire. A fella called Bring It. Every time you offer him a drink, he ball in, bring it. So they say, who go umpire? Fella say, let Tanti Mole umpire. Tanti Mole says she don't mind umpiring, but she not leaving she basket for nobody to thief it. So she bring the basket, and she put it right down behind the bowler's end of the wicket. And she ball, bowlers, bowl your ball. Well, boy, they open with a fast bowler from St. Lucia called Gregoire. Well, Gregoire say he was a fast bowler. But people say Gregoire fast to say he was a bowler. Gregoire had line and length, but no control at all. When Gregoire bowling, the whole grandstand ducking. Plus he does bowl wide. Gregoire bowled one of the widest wides in the history of West Indies cricket. He bowled a ball so wide, he out a fella playing in a next match. On the following day. So you know it was no ordinary wides Gregoire bowl. Opening pair put on 60, they make 20 and they get 40 wides from Gregoire. The one man get caught and one man get run out going for a drink on the side. Next 4 fellas put on about 100. Then one man gets stumped out, One man get bowl out, one man get run out, and the fourth fella retires suffering from rum nerves, trembling so. When batsman number 7 come in, we hit a next technical difficulty. He hit the ball in Mr. Baxter's yard. Well, anytime you hit a ball in Mr. Baxter's yard, is 6 and out. Because Mr. Baxter have 2 Alsatian dogs named Tom and Jerry. And they specialize in eating anybody who go inside the yard. So anytime a ball go inside there, you know it's 6 runs and out. Well, boy, batsman number 9 come in and they bring in their slow bowler, a fella called Toffee. Well, boy, Toffee is one of the coolest slow bowlers I ever see in my life. Toffee was such a cool fella. He used to smoke filter-tip marijuana. So you know, was no ordinary cool fella. When Toffee bowled a slow ball, was a real slow ball, you know. Toffee bowled a ball so slow, you could have read the writing on the ball when it passing. Made in England. Toffee bowled a ball at a fella called Tom, poor Tom. Tom fired the bat 3 times before the ball reached. The ball hit him in the back. The animal said, out, BBW. People say, what is that? She said, Bamsi before wicket. Well, it's right there, the match nearly mash up. As people say, they never hear about Bamsi before wicket in their life. But you see, in fete match, you can make any kind of rules you want. It's a fete match. So Tandy will make a new rule, Bamsi before wicket. And she say, umpire word is final, play the game. Last man coming to bat, a fella called Drunks. Well, you know they call him Drunks because, you know, we have Gary Sobers, but he was Gary Drunks. He drunks because he always drinking rum. He drink before the match, he drink during the match, and when he come on, we see putting a bottle of rum in the back pocket coming on. The first ball they bowl at Drunks, he registered a complaint with the umpire. He said, it's not fair, they're bowling 3 balls at me one time. Tanti Merle say, no big thing, hit all of them. When the spoon tells she, say that. Drunks straight, drive a ball down the wicket. The ball head down the pitch like a bullet. It missed the stumps, it missed the bowler, it missed the fielder, and it head straight for Tanti Merle basket. Well, when Tanti Merle realized the ball can hit the basket and shoot, she forget about umpire, cricket, bowler, stumps, everything, and she make a dive for the basket. She missed the ball and the ball hit the basket. 6 bottle of ginger beer explode. Fellas, you got invasion! Well, I never see a match mash up so fast. They see Americans reach, they see invasion, they see all kind of things. In the end, we had to abandon the match because so much ginger beer on the ground, ants take over the whole wicket. And the last thing I hear about that fete match is they get a letter from Tanti Merle asking for compensation for she basket. Please.
I'm Lady V and I hope you enjoyed the ride. Remember, you need to subscribe, like and share to keep the culture alive. I'll catch you at the next pit stop.